Wow, so this is how the future looks like. Yo, what's up, Gabby here from Ray Studios, and in this video I'm gonna be reviewing the Play for Dream MR headset. Quick disclaimer, this is a sponsor review. Play for Dream sent me the headset for review. I need to send it back and they did not tell me what to say. Everything I say is actually my own opinions from testing this device. Also, this is a very early pre-production version. The software is not quite there, but the hardware, well, obviously it is. With that out of the way, let's see what comes included with the headset. So there is no box, but there is a carrying case. The carrying case looks pretty good actually, and in it we have obviously the headset, but there is also a box. This box have a Velcro, and the Velcro looks very good quality. Now let me put that back in there. It also closes with a Velcro, and in here we have the two remote controllers and a bunch of cables to charge the device. First, let's take a closer look at the design. It kind of looks a lot like an Apple Vision Pro, but dark. And yeah, I really like it. If you give me an option to choose between white or this color, I would rather get this color. It's a lot more discreet. Another thing, it does look a lot smaller. And maybe it isn't, but it looks like it's more refined, more compact. Now, the headrest here on the back, it is very comfortable, and here on the back, we do have a car battery, so we don't need to be all the time plugged in, like in the case of the Vision Pro. And on the back, we does have a wheel to adjust for any head size. So my daughter is 10 years old, she can use it, and well, I'm a lot older than her, and I can also use it. Now here, something that is also very like Apple is that it's using magnets to hold these parts, and that reveals the pancake lenses, which are actually really small. So look at how easy I can put that back in. I'm doing it without even looking because I'm behind the camera. Now here on the top, take a look at this. We do have the crown, same as in the Apple Vision Pro, but that's a good thing because I like that. And then here is the power on, power off button. You can also use this button for start taking pictures and video. There is a very little LED here on the side, and then we have here some vents, and that's something that is quite remarkable about this headset, is that it actually never gets too hot, and that's a problem that I used to have with the PlayStation VR, that it was impossible to use in summer. Now here we have a Type-C port. This is not only for charging, but you can also upload videos and download pictures and videos that you take with your headset. We also do have a lot of speakers here on the bottom, also cameras, and there are also microphones because you can use audio inputs in this device. Now let's take a look at the remote controls, and these are looking actually pretty good. They're very small, they're lightweight. There aren't any special features like the Meta Quest Pro that they have inbuilt cameras, but they work pretty well. We have a couple of buttons here, another here, the trigger here on the front, and another button there, and of course a joystick, and it's identical. They're both exactly the same. So I'm gonna put the headset on, and it's already turned on. And probably the highlight on the Play for Dream MR that is just very comfortable. I mean, I haven't tested that many VR MR headset before. Basically, I've been using the Vision Pro and the PlayStation VR, and this is, I don't know, it feels like a million times lighter and more comfortable than the PlayStation VR. And it also does feel a lot lighter than the Vision Pro somehow. Even so, it is on the specs, it's not much lighter, but it feels lighter, and that's because of the weight distribution. We do have the battery here on the back that kind of balance the headset on your head very nicely. Yeah, I can be with this for long periods of time. As a matter of fact, I did try it wearing it for an entire day. I ride the bicycle. As a matter of fact, I live in a city that have the same population density as New York. I live in Xiamen, China. There is a small island with 5 million people, and I was riding my bicycle on, you know, on a very crowded area, no problem whatsoever. That's because these pancake lenses are very good and also have a wider field of view than the Vision Pro. So you don't have that tunnel effect and you have better peripheral vision. Now, I not only ride the bicycle, but I have also used it walking in the subway, inside the subway, walking in a crowded shopping mall, walking on the street. One something that really got my attention is that people did not stare at me as much as I thought they would. Even so, I was literally using it on the subway. I was like literally doing gestures and stuff and watching videos. And I gotta be honest, it's kind of weird to completely isolate yourself on a public place. So I was like literally watching videos, and at some point I forgot I'm riding a train on the subway. But I guess this is gonna be what the future is waiting for us all. This is what is gonna happen. VR is a real thing now, and everybody's championing on it. You might do it now a bit early, or eventually you'll do it later. So let's talk a little bit about the pass-through. So we have cameras all over here in the front, also pointing downwards so you can track your hands. So it's tracking my hands right now. The pass-through is actually quite decent, especially indoors. When I went outdoors, there were some times in which I will see things a little bit like out of focus. That could be because the firmware upgrade, well, it's not final yet. They still need to upgrade this firmware a few more times, kind of polish quite a few things before they go into final production. But when I was indoor, well, it was pretty good. I also took some 3D videos, so spatial videos and pictures, and they looks pretty good. But something very interesting about that is when I use my actual 3D camera. I've been using the Q-Can Ego camera, and yeah, that camera does take better videos and pictures than the headset. I mean, the headset is actually having cameras that can shoot a spatial video, but you will do better with an actual 3D camera. And when you play those 3D pictures and videos that I shoot with the camera on the headset, well, they looks unbelievable. Like, they look so good. The 3D on this is not like the 3D you'll watch in the cinema where it's like give you a headache and it's kind of like barely you can tell it's 3D. Here is like really 3D, like since the objects like really pop. So it's quite an experience. And something quite remarkable in this headset, it is an 8K headset, so it is matching, if not topping, the resolution of the Vision Pro, which is already very good. So in this one, when you wanna watch content, videos and pictures, it is really mind-blowing. You can also use the Play for Dream VR headset to experience VR 360 content, and I have shot a few videos with both the Q-Can Ultra, which shoots in 8K 10-bit resolution, and I also have the Insta360 X4. Both cameras are reviewed on this channel, same as the Q-Can Ego 3D camera. So if you haven't watched these reviews, I'll invite you to do so. You can click right here in the corner when you finish watching this video. So the way this works is you just put it in your head and the lenses will automatically adapt to your eyes. So there is eye tracking, and you can also use eye tracking to select objects on the screen. The eye tracking is still a little bit of fine tuning. Personally, I didn't quite like it. The same way I did not like it on the Apple Vision Pro. I don't think it's particularly very useful. I guess the only thing in which it's useful is for the lenses to properly adjust. I don't know. At the moment, I don't see like a big reason to use eye tracking, but it's good that, you know, you have it in there. There is also hand tracking, and it is pretty fast. I mean, it grabbed my hands. It just doesn't work the way it works on the Vision Pro, in which you can actually grab stuff, but it's kind of like putting a cursor on top of the different icons, and it is actually quite good, and they told me that it's gonna get even better with the later firmware upgrade. From the design up to even the software, you can tell that they took a lot of inspiration from Apple Vision Pro. The dashboard looks very similar, but that's a good thing because I like the dashboard on the Apple Vision Pro, and this one is very, very similar. Now, you can control everything with your hands, you can also use your eyes, but you also have the remote controls, and that's a big advantage over the Vision Pro, since that headset does not have remote control. And by having remote control, it means you can play games and use it with many different apps. It's been a while since I have played some VR games, but this takes it to a completely different level because it's not just VR, it is now MR, mixed reality. So I'm boxing a giant monster on my living room, and I guess that makes it a lot more real. Another thing is, because it's so exciting and you get that fun because you can play, but at the same time I can see my girlfriend sitting on the sofa, maybe she talks to me and I can talk to her and say like, yeah, well, okay, I'll get this later, or I'm not completely disconnected from reality. I can still have my fun, and by the way, it is a great workout. I let my daughter also try the game and she loves it, and she felt like it was very real. Now, there are a whole bunch of games in AR that they're just incredible. I've been playing ping pong. It is almost like playing real life ping pong. Believe me, I live in China, so I do play quite a lot of ping pong every now and then, and it felt great. And the fact that it's MR, so I have a giant ping pong table or table tennis in my living room, and I've been fighting different fight games on my living room. It is fantastic, and I'm getting a bit of a workout, which is great. Talking about workout, there is also some fitness app. I tried the one in which you do Pilates and yoga, as I happen to be. My girlfriend is a professional Pilates teacher, so I let her try to see what she thinks about that. And she say, okay, this is not replacing real life Pilates classes, but it was kind of interesting the fact that when the teacher the virtual reality teacher was showing you the movements, you can see it from different angles. So you can rotate the teacher around, select different teachers. And even so, I think it's quite amazing that you can do that. Well, she wasn't that excited about it, maybe because she's a Pilates teacher, and she was a lot more fun fighting giant robots in her Pilates studio. Besides all the goodies that we just mentioned, like watching movies, 3D content, VR content, plenty of apps and games, well, you can also connect this to your PC and use it for working. So you could have some digital VR screens instead of using the small screen in your laptop, and you can blow up this screen as big as you want, and you can even have multiple screens. And by the way, this will also connect to Steam VR and PC VR to play some high quality VR games. So in conclusion, the Play for Dreams MR, it is a fascinating new product. I'm very glad to have the opportunity to be one of the first ones in the world to try this out. Something very interesting here is this Apple Vision Pro competitor? Keep in mind that this is meant to be used with a PC and with Android. So it is a completely different platform. So it might not be a competitor, but just a different product for a different ecosystem that just looks as good and performs as good. Okay guys, this is it for me. There is gonna be a link in the description down below to the Kickstarter campaign for the Play for Dream MR. So far, I can say mostly good things about this headset, and it's probably gonna get a lot better with future firmware upgrades. So I'm very excited to see what the future with VR is gonna be. So far, it's looking really good. Okay guys, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you have, please make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll see you on the next one. Adiós amigos.